The gateway to unknown. In the heart of the city, nestled between towering skyscrapers, there stood an unremarkable door. It was a plain, wooden door, with no visible markings or decorations, but it had a reputation that sent shivers down the spines of those who knew of it. For this was not just any door. This was the gateway to the unknown. The rumors surrounding the door varied, depending on who you asked. Some said that it led to another dimension, while others claimed it was a portal to hell itself. Most people avoided the area altogether, but there were always a few brave souls who were curious enough to approach the door and try to open it. One such person was a young woman named Claire. She had always been drawn to the mysterious and unexplained, and the rumors about the gateway to the unknown had captured her imagination. She spent weeks researching the door, poring over books and articles about the supernatural and the occult. Finally, she felt ready to face the door herself. Late one night, Claire made her way to the alley where the door was said to be located. It was deserted and silent, except for the faint hum of the city in the distance. She approached the door cautiously, her heart racing with excitement and fear. She reached out and grasped the handle, expecting it to be locked. To her surprise, it turned easily in her hand. Claire pushed the door open slowly, peering into the darkness beyond. She could see nothing but blackness, and she hesitated for a moment, wondering if she should turn back. But the lure of the unknown was too strong. She took a deep breath and stepped through the doorway. The world on the other side was unlike anything Claire had ever seen before. It was a twisted, nightmarish landscape, with jagged rocks and twisted trees looming up on all sides. The sky was a sickly shade of green, and the air was thick with a foul, sulphurous odor. Claire felt a wave of dizziness wash over her, and she stumbled forward, struggling to keep her balance. As she stumbled through the landscape, Claire began to notice things moving in the shadows. At first, they were just fleeting glimpses, too fast to be identified. But as she drew closer, she saw that they were creatures unlike anything she had ever seen before. They were grotesque, misshapen beasts, with razor-sharp teeth and glowing red eyes. They moved with a strange, jerky gait, and they seemed to be following her, stalking her through the nightmarish landscape. Claire tried to run, but her feet felt heavy and sluggish, as though she were wading through water. She could feel the creatures closing in around her, their hot breath on her neck. She stumbled and fell, and as she hit the ground, she felt a sharp pain in her ankle. She tried to get up, but the pain was too much, and she collapsed again. The creatures were upon her now, snarling and snapping at her. Claire screamed, but her voice was drowned out by the sound of their teeth clashing together. She closed her eyes, waiting for the end. But the end did not come. Instead, Claire felt a strange, soothing sensation wash over her. She opened her eyes, and saw that the creatures were gone. In their place stood a figure that was both familiar and strange at the same time. It was a woman, tall and slender, with long black hair that cascaded down her back. She wore a long, flowing gown that shimmered in the strange light of the landscape. Her eyes were a piercing blue, and they seemed to see into Claire's soul. "Who are you?" Claire asked, her voice trembling. The woman smiled,